Hello world, I'm Kronos. Welcome. Today, well, first of all, we're outside later than usual, but hopefully you can see enough. It's gonna be a dark video. Yeah, but hopefully you can see enough. I didn't want to turn on the flashlight first because it's killing my eyes, and second because you probably won't be able to see the background, so I'll just play with the contrast and whatever, the lighting. Anyway, last time we spoke about asking why and starting with why, basically. And why is the first question you should ask yourself, whatever it is that you're doing and whatever activity it is that you're thinking of doing. First ask why. And I've been thinking about it since then. And I've been, sharing some stuff online that might not be what you would say of the highest need, not of the highest value. Like I got some pictures like with animals and nature, etc., and I decided to upload some stuff. I don't even remember everything, but then I thought to myself, well, I was doing exactly what I was saying to do. I was telling it to myself, and I do that a lot. Like the thing is, it's unusual for me to just upload random, like, unless I just want to express myself from time to time, but it's very unusual for me. So I did stop and ask myself, and first of all, you have to understand there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself, and it can come in many forms, right? So I did not judge myself in that particular moment, and you shouldn't either. This is I'm trying to give you my own example of what I'm talking about. I was gonna upload an image, not an image, but a video. I did upload a video of a river or something like that. It was a beautiful sighting, a beautiful, very like romantic setting, and so I took a little video. And the funny part is I got responses from few people which really liked it. And so my intention, and this is my point, my intention was to express myself and share a feeling, basically. And it resonated. It wasn't to teach, right? It wasn't to give value per se, right? Like we spoke about. But it was an expression of self which did trigger in other people a resonance, and they did feel connected to it and they liked it. And I'm not talking about likes, right? I'm talking about like actual like responses. Like people would ask me like, where is that? Like it got people, they really connected with what I was portraying, even though it wasn't my. So I just want to clarify that, because I want to sound like everything you do doesn't necessarily have to be to where the highest good is doing for others, right? But it doesn't mean that everything you do, like you're not no one expects you to be like, forget yourself completely. And why I'm saying this is because I had a very nice conversation on the way here with a nice lady, and we straight up got into like a deep conversation. Her dog was like really excited. Like we met like a random stranger, right, with a a German Shepherd, and the dog started jumping on me like all excited and going crazy. So we got like crazy together. I got crazy with it, and you know, showed love, and we hugged, and then the lady, I spoke with the lady, and we got to talking, and that's how we got to the conversation, and we immediately started talking about, because I inquired how she knew English so well, because it's unusual here. People don't usually know English so well here, and she did, at least at the older ages. And so she told me she read books, etc. And well, that's how we got to this, because I had this in my pocket, obviously. And so she said, we talked about, well, I told her how I moved from a country of in the middle of war, etc. And she said, good, you should love yourself. Like I told her, I don't want to be in that situation, put people around me in that situation. I love myself. And she said, yeah, and that's what people don't really realize, how you have to love yourself first, right? We talked about this, that's why I'm bringing this up. You have to love yourself first. And then she said the next best thing, which she said, well, not the next best, but another great thing. And you also have to know yourself in order to love yourself. And that's crazy, because this is exactly what I'm teaching, right? This is exactly what I'm learning and sharing, should I say, not really teaching, because this is something you know deep inside of you, all of this. We just forget. So we completely agreed on it. Know thyself, love thyself. It was beautiful to meet someone. I told her I'm making these videos, and she said, keep on going, people need to hear this, which was nice. Well, not exactly in those words, but that's what I took from it. And it's really nice to, you know, when you meet someone that is resonating on the same level, you know, the frequency and the same, and understands. So you could instantly feel like an educated, wisdom, smart woman, you know, instantly when you meet her and you talk to her, and her energy is also very kind and loving, you know, immediately you can sense it. That's why a dog is likewise, you attract what you are. And you know how they say you are, the dog is like its owners. Well, it's true, you attract what you are. And so it's such a fundamental truth. And the way we got to it is when I told her, like, I feel like people who love themselves, like, why would you put yourself in a situation of war and grow your kids, your children? I mean, what did they do, you know? Why not move? What are you doing, like, in this life? Experience, you know? Why do you have to lose? Nothing. I mean, look at us. We're so busy being afraid that we forget to live. Well, most of us. And I know this well, too well, from my country, my people, for sure. They are scared of their own shadows. Like, the average person there is, and they don't even know it. They don't even realize how scared they are, because they operate on autopilot. But that is not the reason for this video. Like, that's not the topic. We're not gonna talk about that at this time. We're gonna continue, and I wanna I want to talk about, well, I don't even know if I can read. I'm gonna read a little bit, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna talk about, because we're talking about uploading stuff and showing yourself in public, how and why you should do it, right? And we're talking about medicine, in the sense that what true medicine was, and wait, that's besides the point. We're gonna get to that later. I want to emphasize that modesty is so much more attractive than a show off, right? Than showing off. I mean, why I want to touch on that is because well, it connects directly to the reason that we do what we do, right? And why we show what we show in public. And so it kind of goes against, how can you might ask yourself, how can I be modest and still show myself, right? And you're completely right if you ask that question. It's a good question. How can we be modest and still show ourselves? Well, it comes down to what the aim of the purpose of what we're doing is. Again, we're going back to that. But there's more to that, because the inner qualities and what I would call your virtues and what you earned and your skills and talents, you should show them off, and not in a show off way, you know what I mean? But in a sharing, experiencing, and expressing yourself kind of way. So when I uploaded that video, it could cause people many things. Like, some people might be like, wow, I like this. And some people might be like, motherfucker, you know? I want that. And other people might be like, oh, boring, you know? So it could be taken in so many ways. So you cannot control how people will receive what you do. But if your intentions are good, and they're pure, and you're just trying to be a good, there is no ego in it. If it's not ego, basically, you should do it. You should try it. You should experience it. And there's nothing wrong with it. And you should know that. Because so many people I know are so afraid of showing themselves, like the other side of the coin, right? So shy, so scared to express themselves. And that is the other side that I want to talk about. Being too modest, being too afraid, too scared to do anything that people might judge you for. So all this time, up until now, we talked about why you should do what you do, and what you should show in public, and what should be the motivation behind it, etc. But what about the other side? What about the people that are so, like I am an introvert, so for me it's so familiar. And it's been years that I'm so inside myself, you know, that I will completely disconnect from the world for a long period of time, and I do it all the time. So I know what it's like, and you know, you can feel, I mean, more, I can tell you, like, with certainty that I don't even, like 99.9 of the stuff I want to share, I don't. So the little that I do, and this thing that I'm doing right now is like a huge leap for me, like a huge. I'm very, very into myself, introverted, so. But there are people, and I'm like, so I'm that example, but imagine people that don't do it at all, because, you know, there might be, it kind of saddens, you know me, because they might be like lacking self-confidence, and belief, and like they might not feel like they got the support that they need, and they might feel like they're gonna be judged, and so many things. And that's why I'm here to tell you that once you change the aim of what you're doing, for example, if I'm uploading this not to get likes, but I'm doing it to show love, or express myself, and I'm doing it for that, exactly for that reason. It has nothing to do with the outside, with the people, with the outside world. If I'm doing it for that, it neutralizes the poison that you might feel, and then you might do it. Because if you're trying to be perfect and show yourself and show off something, then you're thinking, wait, what people might think. And then you might reserve yourself, But if you're doing it just to do it, if you're just like this video, like I'm going all over the place, and honestly I had no idea what I'm going to talk about when I started it, but I was like, and it's dark and everything is like against me, and I'm like, but I'm like, I feel like doing it, I want to do it. I came out and I'm outside, and I feel good, like the air is great, and it might be crazy dark and you might not even see me, but I'm still gonna do it, I'm still gonna upload it, no matter what, And that's my message for today. And actually the reason that, I got the idea on the way here, talking to the lady and talking to you and flowing and going with it, So the point is, if you feel like it, do it. Do it because do it for you, but that's a cliche, Don't just do it for you. Do it because you feel like doing it, and leave it at that, Don't take it a step further. Don't start like, but what if people think that it's, stop there. Do it because you want to do it, and because you're having fun doing it. Because you feel like doing it, you feel like you just feel like it, You have to listen to yourself. And then the result will not matter as much. And that's the whole point. So I'm being attacked by animals, by the way, like right now, all this time. Mosquitoes and other stuff. There's music. Oh, my phone. Oh, I was like, what is this music? Yeah. Anyway, so if you're that person who is so into himself and so judgmental of himself, and and people might not support you, and you might not feel like you have that love and support around you, and people might even judge you, you might even be very self-conscious and very judgmental of yourself, and it might stop you from doing what you love, and it might stop you from expressing yourself to others the way you love and showing your talents, etc. So this is why the point I'm making, do it for you. Change the reason of why you're doing it. Change the parameters of what makes it good, what makes you want to do it. Now, if you don't feel like sharing, don't. I'm just saying, if you do and you feel like self-conscious about it, I promise you something. Let me give you an example of real life. I used to take students that I taught, social dynamics outside to public areas and malls and places full of people. And I did an exercise of laying down on the ground, completely just no trigger, no reason, just going to a very public place, with a lot of people, laying completely on the ground like a crazy person. Like they're just laying on the ground. Just a small exercise to show show my students that's how I did it. It was one of the exercises of how to get over the fear of judgment and to realize that most 99.9% of people don't care. Like you would lay down in the middle of the mall, people would just walk by. They wouldn't even look at you. So there's two parts to it. First of all, people don't care. Second of all, who cares if they care? So once you do it and you do it and you do it again and again and again, you get over that fear. And so I suggest, like the only true way I feel like to beat this, like the most efficient I should say, not the only way, but is taking a step in that direction and doing it no matter what. And the more public, the better. So if you're self-conscious about how you look, or maybe how you play the guitar, or how you anything that you might want to share with the world, maybe your training videos, do it anyway. I know it sounds stupid. Do it because. Do it just because. Do it to find. Do it because you. That is the only way to face the fear, really. Like you have to face the fear you have to face the fear at some point, or live in it. So I promise you, you will find out very quick how how much people don't care and how much. And that's such a relief, you know, when it happens. When you do it, you will thank yourself so much, because after that, that burden is, you will have like a weight lifted off your shoulders for sure, I'm telling you. If you're that person, again, who's very shy about himself or whatever he's doing, or her, trust me, the way to go to beat it is to go through it and is to do it. That is the only way. Don't look for shortcuts. I want to say, like, so this will free you. Like this little exercise that I talked about, you can do it in many forms. The point of the exercise is to be awkward in public. Draw attention to yourself in public, not hostile attention. I'm not telling you to start fights. Any type of attention. Do something weird. Make a weird noise, you know? Do something weird in public. Upload something a little embarrassing. Don't take yourself so serious. That's the whole point of it. See, you take yourself too serious and you think what other people might think. That's a bad combination. When you take yourself like lightly and you ask yourself, what do I think, and fuck what other people think, let's have some fun, your whole frequency changes, like your whole mood changes, everything changes. And then you might just do it. And it might be the beginning of a beautiful journey, you don't know. So my point is, of this video is to face your fears in the broader sense. You have to face them and you cannot run from them. Because I promise you, I know this for myself. I have so much that I want to share that I don't. It's always stuck with me. It's always with me, you know. And if you're that kind of person, you know what I'm talking about. It's always there behind your mind. It never goes away. And then when enough time passes, there's something else to replace it. And then that thing becomes like a dead dream. And if you don't do it now, let me tell you something. There is never a perfect time, and there is never gonna be a time doesn't wait for you, you know. So maybe think about yourself in 6 months, in a year, looking back, and act like that, because you don't want to be like, if you look back now and you look 6 months back and you think to yourself, what if I started back then? What if I did it back then? Now I could have been like this and that. So do that, except look in the future, like live in the moment, but think how I'm gonna make my future self proud, how I'm gonna conquer this fear, and do it, you know? Just do it blindly, non-perfect, but do it anyway. And know that it's only another page in the book. That's one of my biggest motivations. So I'm thinking about this video, and it's not the best video. I don't think this is my, I'm not coherent, I'm not fluent, not as I would like to be, and I feel like I can do a lot better. But you know, it's another page, it's a lesson, you know. I'm learning from this, and I don't even know if you can see anything, and I don't even know if you can, I'm gonna upload this. But you know, I'm doing it anyway, and I'm expressing myself, and I'm gonna be able to use this as a lesson, and it's another step. It's another stepping stone. It's another, you know. So tomorrow I'll be a lot better, you know. It could, I mean, this is a great example because I think this video sucks. Well, I don't think it sucks, but I think, you know, and you might think the same about your picture. Well, fuck it. It's just another video, it's just another picture, it's another page in the book. Do it. I'm just like you. I'm not different. I have the same feelings, same fears, quote unquote. Like, it took me so long to make these videos. So many limiting beliefs and so many excuses, you know. Let me tell you something. Start now. Might sound like a cliche, but it's the best advice you can get. Start now. Not tomorrow, not in an hour. Now, right now. Do the first thing that you're supposed to do about it. Whatever it may be, anything. Do the first bit about, take the first step. Whatever it is. You will thank yourself so much later. Trust me. And on that note, as always, remember, that's the greatest, well, wisdom I can give you. And I'll keep saying it. We are all immortal souls in temporary bodies. Don't be afraid. I'll see you next time. Ciao.